in business here, guys. It's not what I want. Yes, this is looking good. This is looking okay. I think it's okay. Well, we have a Supra that hasn't gone through the track yet, so, well, we are back in action. So, welcome to Imola for the second test race of the GT Club's GT4 Test Series. Supposed to have quite a few drivers entering the server tonight, which is going to be very exciting. We had quite a few drivers take to the track last night with our TCX number 2 event. I believe we had like something ridiculous, like 11 or so GT4s last night. Oh, no, Llama, no. Oh, no, never mind. He's still going. Server's still up. Anyway, we had, 11 GT4s, 4 V8 supercars, and 5 GT3s, so it was a really... No, I think it was a little bit more than that, actually. I think we had... Because we had 21 drivers on the track, so it must have been about 13 or 14 GT4s, and it was absolutely crazy. I was actually racing last night in that event, and yeah, boy, it got busy. It got busy. Anyway, we're looking at skid time. I believe that's what his name is. He's running the... I want to say that's the Celine. And he's going to come into the pit lane, so we're going to focus on ED40, who is in a funny-looking BMW. That scoreboard is wrong. Anyway, ED40 is hooning around in the Aston Martin. Headlights ablaze. Now, unfortunately for ED40, also known as Fando, if you prefer, he was supposed to take part in the GT4 class last night, but unfortunately he had some issues. I might actually try and turn this audio up. It's a little bit quiet. Little bit quiet. Okay, that sounds a little bit better. Now I can actually hear them. So, as we continue to follow ED40 around this circuit, no, that's not the button I wanted. This is the button I wanted. We are now on board with ED40 as he makes his way up the hill towards this rather fast left-hander double apex. Although you got to knock back a gear or two. Two indeed. Runs it a bit wide. Careful of the AstroTurf there. You can spit yourself off to the track, off to the left-hand side very easily there, and into this double right-hander. Imola, of course, a very iconic circuit in Italy. As makes his way up to another iconic part of the circuit, which is the chicane. Clobbers the curb left and right and left. Or watch the AstroTurf as well, which is very slippery. Unlike a lot of the other tracks that are in Assetto Corsa, the AstroTurf is absolutely deadly for these drivers. You've got to be very careful and mindful of it when you exit these slower corners and get out onto that AstroTurf. You can spin the car around very, very quickly, as ED40 will stop the clock to set the first fastest lap. It will be a 154.3. Actually, Lieutenant Llama was the first flying lap, a 154.9, and immediately ED40 manages to eclipse that time. Now, we have a bit of a change for our drivers. Now, last time we broadcasted GT Club's GT4 event, this man, Steve Duro, or Binomial Eagle, was in a Mustang. He's now made the switch back to his more familiar AMG. And that's great to see, I think. So actually, let's quickly bring up the config, because this is a new new app for us. Uh-oh, that's not right. That's not what we want either. That's not right either. That's actually probably right actually. Right. Need to turn that off. Right. So see it down on the left hand side. Brand new graphics as well for us. Might just move that across a little bit. So you'll probably see us fiddling around with this during the stream because it's obviously brand new for us. So in fact, we might actually just move that down to, I don't know, we'll put that down here. What do you guys reckon? Down there looks good? Oh, I'm happy with that. Juno79, thank you for the follow, mate. Must have been the Supermax song that got you on board. So Steve Duro rounds the final corner and starts the run towards the start-finish straight. He's up in the second sector, purple second sector actually. And he should set a pretty competitive time. It is going to put him in second, so the swap to the Mercedes. It's really paying off already, although he dips it off into the grass. But certainly used that to his advantage, managed to back it in like a go-kart and drift it into the first chicane. Oh, Goldie Brothers, you won't ever unfollow us. You love us too much. So, Enduro, again, another lap. And he's up in the first sector, another purple sector for Steve Duro. So, this is great to see from the Binomial Eagle himself. As we see a few drivers actually moving up and down the leaderboard on the left there. Skid time moving up to 6th. Now, of course, this is just free practice, so times won't really matter that much, I don't think. Goldie, nice.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Explore Night City on the all-new Xbox Series X.
Let's try, mate. Anyway, Duro now coming up to the end of the second sector as he crashes over the curb through the chicane. Oh, absolutely abuses the curbs. Of course, these GT4 cars, they seem to absorb the curbs a little bit better than their GT3 counterparts. And Duro is now 3/10 up in the second sector as Burby now sets his personal best at 54.5. That will put him, if I can find him, up to 4th now. So good stuff for Burby. Burby, a driver that is familiar to me. He's running one of our Group A exhibition races as Duro goes to the top. 153.4 for the Binomial Eagle. Let's actually check in with... no, he's actually gone straight back to the pits. Never mind. Let's check in with this man here in the Panos, and that's Vladimir Modretsky. Vladimir, if memory serves me correctly, he put it on pole position at Paul Ricard about a week and a bit ago. And... well, he's making that... Now, did you actually direct message me? You did. Oh my god. I actually did. Ah. Ah. Goldie, my heart is broken. My heart is broken. Chat, he actually unfollowed the channel. How could you do that, Goldie? How could you do that? Well, anyway, Anyway, let's get on with this. So Madreski had a good run at Paul Ricard, running in the Panos. I think he was in different colours, but anyway. He's into that downhill braking zone. That's certainly one of the hardest corners on this track, trying to get that braking right. In fact, if I can just try and find someone who is maybe coming around to that sector. See if there's Madreski's teammate, Lee Walker. Yep, okay, we just missed him. Here we go. So we're going to jump on board with Burby. You will see coming downhill around this right-hander. You've got to try and slow the car down before the end of that right-hander, and then get it pulled up onto that onto the curb. And unfortunately, Burby has missed the apexes on both occasions. Unfortunately, we haven't got any times for him. I believe this will be an outlap for him. I want to say it's going to be an outlap. Yep, it was an outlap. Goldie Bros, thank you for the follow. Much appreciated. Oh, you're a joker. So Duro is really starting to stretch the legs of that AMG, and he's now 7/10 faster than the rest of the field, which is, that's massive, really. So let's try and find this man here. Justin Reddiax, last night he was running in the TCX event in GT3. He got pipped on the last lap of the race by my brother Chris Nipris, and he unfortunately he had to settle for 4th position in GT4 and 4th overall. But here he is tonight running the Supra, and it's working out for him. He had a pretty strong appearance at Paul Ricard a few weeks ago, and he's actually liking the Supra, I think, as he just gets a little bit squirrely down the hill and into the second, now last corner. They cuts it a little bit too fine there. That's going to cost him a little bit, and in fact he's going to abort that lap. Let's see if we can see who that is coming out of the final corner. No, that's not him. It's not him either. It's Ryan Ford in the Celine. Another driver who was actually in TCX number 3 last night. So if you're actually a fan of Go Race Promotions, definitely check out GT Club Virtual Racing League. I want to say Virtual Racing League. Hang on a second, I'll just check that out. So if you go onto YouTube, look up GT Club Racing League. They live streamed the TCX event last night. Sorry, oh my god. And it was really good racing all night long. And Ryan Ford was one driver. Unfortunately, he had an internet issue last night and dropped out about halfway through the race. So absolutely heartbreaking for him. He'll be no doubt looking to make up for last night tonight. So he's just behind one of the Camaros. I want to say that is, yep, James Vanderham. Gino, what's TCX? So TCX are events that Go Race Sim Sports put on. Basically, we pick three classes, put them on the track all together at once. So last night we had GT3, GT4 and V8 supercars all hooning around the Kyalami race circuit. Last night we had a record 21 entrants hit the track. Not bad for the second event. In fact, I think now is a pretty good time to put that up. So there are our Discords, and I had a great opportunity to fix that Go Race logo. But anyway, actually we might do that now. That, okay. You know what? That'll have to do. Well, anyway, Gino, if you like Assetto Corsa, join up to our Discord. Join up to GT Club's Discord and get involved in some sim racing. It's quite exciting stuff. Oh, there we go. Vladimir Madretsky now to the top of the timesheet in the panels. So times are starting to tumble very, very quickly in this practice session. And once again, we have got Steve Duro and Vladimir Madretsky at the top of the tree. How is that not unfamiliar to anyone by this stage? Oh, Gino79, run your own competition. That's cool. Great to have a fellow organiser in the chat. As I think everyone is now in the pits actually for driver's briefing. Sim XP, I might check that out actually. That's pretty cool. I'll definitely look into that. So let's have a look at this racetrack in a little bit more detail. So of course, obviously the first corner is going to be a very crucial corner for our drivers. Ah, Sim XP, oh god. So turn 1, it's going to get very tight. No doubt we'll see some action at the start of the race here. Very tight. Of course, that long left-hander, sorry, and then trying to pull it up before the chicane. Not an easy task before we head up to the second chicane. Do the lap. No, we're going to go straight into qualifying, Goldie. I can't help you. Cannot help you. Thank you to Alio GTV and Yitki Yistaken. Oh, actually, Yitki, I recognise your name. I recognise that you joined our Discord not too long ago. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think I saw you in my brother's stream last night for TCX, which was pretty cool. No, Ryan is not actually going onto the track. So, Lieutenant Lama on track in the Supra. He will take to the circuit first and set the fastest lap, initial lap anyway for qualifying. In fact, let's see. Let's get a prediction happening. Let's get something happening. What do you guys reckon? All right, let's see. So. We're going to do it. We're going to make this one harder. Get your predictions happening right now. Highest, who's going to finish higher in qualifying? Is it going to be Steve Duro or is it going to be Binomial Eagle or Vladimir Madretsky? So, get your predictions in. Get some channel points. And, I don't know, we'll work out something for you to use your channel points on. I am thinking emotes, eventually. Now that'll set off Goldie. Money's on Madretsky, It's tight. There was only a 10th between them in practice. But, oh, Goldie, you don't know either of the drivers? Mate, they're both incredibly good drivers. Vladimir Madretsky is actually Go Race Sim Sports reigning GT3 champion. And he only just missed out on GT Club's GT3 championship. He was beaten by, I think it was Matt Double in the McLaren tonight. But Matt Double was in a Corvette. So as Lieutenant Lama goes purple in the first sector, of course, no one else setting a time yet. We've got a lot of people who are going with Duro. Of course, I'm not really surprised by that. Vladimir Madretsky is a very, very, very competent driver. Oh, sorry, Madretsky is getting all the love at the moment. But good to see that someone it might actually be Steve himself has put money on himself. Oh, geez, look at the number going up. So as Lama makes his way around towards the final two corners. In fact, Lama, another driver who was in our TCX event last night. He was doing really well on the Supra. He was holding off Alfonso. But unfortunately, Alfonso just proved to have a little bit too much on the rest of the field, and Alfonso ended up winning GT4. So Lieutenant Lama at 53.70. He's going to have to do better than that, I think. Burby goes at 155.2. Let's focus on our man, Vladimir Madretsky. He goes to the top. What can Steve Duro do? He goes to the top by 2/10. So 5.5 minutes left to run in this session. As ED40 goes fourth, Lama still hangs on to third. Matt Double goes up to sixth. We're just waiting on Vanderham in the Camaro. What can he do? Can he go better? Oh, that's his opening lap. Never mind, got excited for no reason. Burby is back in the pit lane, so he's making some quick changes. Let's rejoin Vladimir Madretsky. He's got some traffic in front of him, but so does, crucially, Steve Duro just behind. We'll quickly look at him. Duro's actually gone purple in the first sector. We'll check with Lieutenant Lama. He's down by .007. Oh, Ruka, you've evened up the voting. Good man. Nice to see you too, Ruka. How are those emotes going? Lama, he's not going to improve this time by, I don't think. Madretsky, he is just being held up a little bit as the Celine goes off in front of him. No, that's not the Celine, that's the Sin R1. Never mind. Wow, that Panos is pretty loud. Gets great drive off the final corner. He's 4/10 down. He did get held up by the Sin. And Madretsky will hold on to second. What can Duro do? He's lost time in the second sector, and he will hang on to first. ReadyX goes up to fifth, a personal best for him. 54 flat for ReadyX. That puts him a little bit off this man here. ED40, he does improve, but it's not enough to get up into third. Alright, let's see. We can see where Vanderham ends up. He ends up 12th. No, Ruka, get that out of my chat. That Porsche trophy, no, that's banned. We're getting a banning. Let's check out Josh Hill. Is running the Audi. This is an improvement for him, but 2/10 off. And he goes up to 6th. Great. So a great run for Josh Hill. He's actually going to park it into the pit lane. Probably put some fresh tyres on. Get out there again. So Lee Walker in the Panos. How's he looking? He's gone fastest in the second sector. Runs it wide. Gets onto that AstroTurf. That'll cost him a little bit of drive. Not too much, but just a little bit of drive down the hill. He's chasing the Supra of ReadyX. I want to say it's ReadyX in front of him. So, oh, Madretsky goes to the top now. So it's looking good for you Madretsky fans out there. And Lee Walker goes up to 4th. Matt Double, what can he do? He's improving a little bit. He'll go up to 7th, displaces Hill. Ben Ellis, he's just starting a new lap. He's got Steve Duro just behind him in the Mercedes. Duro is on full attack. Look at him, monstering the curbs. See if he gets held up and a little bit balked by Walker just ahead of him. He hasn't gone faster in the first sector. Duro looking a lot more competitive with the AMG. Oh wow, ED40 now onto the front row. Oh, Duro, he goes fastest in the second sector. This will be crucial. These last few corners are going to be crucial for Steve Duro. If he's going to put this AMG on the front row. Oh, he's very slidey going into the second last corner. He manages to pull it up somehow. Nice and consistent over the curb. Gets over the exit curb. And he's also got the slipstream of Walker in front of him. He might just pull it out of the back. He should get one more lap as well. And he doesn't. He goes 3rd. And Duro's actually going to... Yeah, he's going to pull it into the pits. So Madretsky goes pole for now. Oh, ED40 goes pole! A 52.8. He pips Madretsky by just over a 1/10 of a second. ReadyX has just gotten the checkered flag. We'll see if Burby can... actually, I think we can hear someone just ahead. I think it's Vanderham. He's got an improvement, but I don't think it's going to be enough to put him on the front row. And he puts himself into the top 10. Let's see how Burby goes in the Aston. He puts himself into the 10s. Relegates Vanderham back to 11th. Here comes skid time with the Sin R1. A little bit sideways into the final 2 corners. Haven't got any data for him. In fact, he's actually going to abort that lap. So I think that was his... out lap. So there it is. That is qualifying done. So let's start handing out some channel points. So that was Vladimir Madretsky, who comes out on top. So well done to everyone who put in a bet on Vladimir Madretsky. Now, let's have a different prediction. So, we're going to give you 2 minutes to work this one out. Are we going to have a clean turn 1? I think this will be the start line. No, the start line will be back here somewhere, I imagine. Have to be. You won, but you got 0 rewards. That shouldn't be happening. You should have gotten some. Should have got points. Oh god. Did you get any? Did you get points? Points after that one, Goldie? Seeing a lot of people going with no. Ye of little faith. These are actually quite talented sim racers. You got zero faith in them. 200 to 0. What the? What? Well, here we go. So here is your starting grid for the first race tonight. We have ED40 on the front row. Next to him will be Vladimir Madretsky. Row number 2 will have Lieutenant Llama and Binomial Eagle. Row 3 will be Ben Ellis and Justin Rediex. Justin Rediex, driver from TCX last night. Lee Walker and Matt Double make up row 4, and row 5 will be Josh Hill and Burby. Road number 6, we have James Vanderham and Skid Time, and Ryan Ford will round out the field. No, actually, Yijit Kaya. We have a late entry. So, gets in just in time for the race. Yijit Kaya. I hope I am pronouncing that name correctly, but I know he's gone. Never mind. Okay, we are about set for a start. Oh wow, geez, that point's really kicked up a notch. I only saw a brief glimpse of it, but it was like 1,200 for no and 1,000 for yes. Well, anyway, 30 seconds to a start. Make sure you get your... Oh, I think those predictions are over now, so... Let's get set for a start. 20 seconds to go. It is Madretsky versus ED40. Well timed. As the lights start turning on, we have 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, 6 lights. Pause. And we are away and racing. Oh, sloppy start from Lieutenant Llama on the second row. He's going to get swamped by the field. But it is going to be ED40 who leads the field away down towards turn number 1. Let's get over to turn number 1 and see if we get some chaos or if the field is going to behave themselves. We're already 4 wide, so I'm going to say no. Oh, it looks like we're going to get some clean racing. Although that tree was very well timed, I have to say. And it does look as though the entire field gets through cleanly. Nuts to all of you who had no faith in these drivers. Winner, winner, chicken dinner for all of you who said yes, it will be a clean race. But now, ED40 is coming under a little bit of pressure from Vladimir Madretsky, and the whole field is lined up ready to take a swing at ED40 as they make their way up towards the top of the hill through the double left-hander. Oh, we got Binomial Eagle up the inside of Lieutenant Llama. Llama trying to hang it around the outside of the Supra. In fact, he will be on the inside for the next corner. He's going to hold it there. Duro will hold it around the outside. Oh no, door handle to door handle. They still give each other room, and Duro still comes out on top. Although we're coming up towards the chicane now. Rediex sitting just behind. He is going to capitalise if anything happens between these two. And they're still side by side. Duro manages to hold the position, and Llama is the big loser. He may even lose out to Josh Hill as they come down the hill. Rediex is actually looking at a move on Duro, and he gets the move done, gets a good run out of the chicane, and Rediex will sit in 4th position as they make their way down towards the second last corner. So ED40 now just starting to stretch the legs of that Aston. Oh, Duro sideways out coming onto the main straight. He manages to hold it. Well, let's get a new prediction happening very, very quickly. So we might even go, we might go the 2 Toyota drivers. So who is going to finish higher between the 2 Toyota drivers? Is it going to be Rediex, or will it be Lieutenant Llama? Rediex is looking pretty good at this stage of the race. Oh, Ruka gifting a sub to Goldie Bros. Thank you very much, mate. Much appreciated. But ED40, well and truly, well, not really well and truly, he's still got Madreski who's coming, just starts to close in this second sector on the back of ED40. So we're just trying to keep an eye on the rest of the gaps in the field. In fact, we'll just change the config here. That's a little bit better. That's what we want. I like my intervals. Oh, we got a change back here. So Josh Hill, something's happened to Josh Hill. He's down at the back here fighting with Ryan Ford. Oh, Ruka, you're in charge of the submerge. What are you talking about? Jeez. But jeez, this battle for the 11th position is just starting to heat up a little bit. As here comes Hill up the inside. He has to pull out of it. And no, Hill actually manages to hold it up the inside and gets the move done. And that gives Skid Time a chance on the back of Ford. Don't forget to get your predictions in. Who's going to be higher up with 20 minutes to go. And Skid Time actually gets the run down the straight. That Sin is pretty quick in a straight line in comparison to the Saline. In fact, that Sin has got some pretty sick wheels on the back of it. Right, now we've got a battle for the lead here. Oh, Matt Double as well, making the move on Burby. Actually, Burby's falling down the leaderboard. I think he's had a bin moment going through the second chicane. In fact, Burby now starting to fight back on the Camaro. Camaro's a little bit down on power, I think. Struggles a little bit with the straight line stuff in comparison to the Aston. Anyway, we're trying to... Well, this gaggle of cars is still going at it. Duro on the back of Redix. He might influence this prediction that we have running. At the moment, he is helping Redix a lot by keeping his teammate behind. But Redix, he's all the way at the back of Ben Ellis. So just starting to watch. Oh, so Vanderham has just gotten a penalty for speeding in pit lane. So that is a huge disappointment for Vanderham. So he's going to slide back to the back of the field and then have to drive through the pit lane one more time. Oh, I thought I heard a Mercedes try and jam it up the inside. Oh no, just in the background, Lieutenant Lama and Steve Duro just swapping positions there, so I thought I heard something going on in the background. V8, an AMG V8, downshifting as quickly as he could. And now Lama takes over 5th position from Steve Duro. What's going on with Madreski? He's dropped way off the back of ED40. May have made a little bit of a blue through the double right-hander. In fact, I'm going to have to bring up some track names. I can't call them those. So now heading through to Rivasa. battle between Ben Ellis and Ready X is still going. Back Ready X, the Supra. That Supra is mighty in a straight line as they make their way up towards Tamburello. Ellis is stronger on the brakes. Great out braking for Ellis. In fact, that is the wrong track map. As here they come up towards Villeneuve. I'm never going to remember these track corner names either. And that's really going to tighten up this battle for third place. As one of the panels, this is off. That is Lee Walker. Now Steve Duro trying to get up the inside of Lama. It's not going to work though. He'll have to tuck back into the slipstream of the Supra just ahead. Ready X still hounding the back of the BMW. Ready X has really come a long way since his debut with us in our GT3 series. He is now a very confident driver in sim racing. You just see by the way he just puts it up the inside going into the chicane, but he cooks it. A little bit of too much confidence, and the BMW of Ellis is around, and so is Lieutenant Lama. Lama is going to readdress the situation, but that is pretty well going to destroy any hope of you people who bet on Lama finishing on top with 30 seconds to go. So now Ready X is released. Can he try and chase down Madretsky with Duro all over the back of him? Unfortunately, we missed that carnage in the chicane. His real name is Variante Alta. Variant Alta. I think I've pronounced that correctly. I'm sure I'm offending every single Italian in the world. Here we go. Lee Walker now. It's now his turn on the back of the BMW of Ben Ellis. One more time. So there we go. Let's hand out some channel points. So it's just Ready X. None of you bet on Ready X. I don't know if I should be offended by that. You have little faith. Alrighty. Well, let's try and get another bet happening. So let's see. So we're going to go again with Lama. And then there's a new prediction. Is Lama going to be able to get around Matt Double and stay in front for the next 8 minutes? Double now all over the back of Walker. I thought I did see something going on while I was trying to set up that prediction. As Madretsky now sets his fastest lap of the race at 52. Didn't quite see the rest of it, but anyway. In fact, we might bring up a little bit more info for our drivers. I think that looks good there, don't you think? Not. Think about there. What do you guys think? Quickly check out of ED40's race pace, a 53.1 versus a 52.9. From Madretsky, and Madretsky is closing in on the back of ED40. Anyway, we're going to have a quick look behind here. The panels of Lee Walker still holding off Matt Double's McLaren, and just behind is Lieutenant Lama. Move it above the leaderboard. I can do that, I think. Yeah, I can do that. Good move. Good idea, Goldie. Oh, now Matt Double is sideways, and that's going to give Llama a good chance. He's not going to make it through in the chicane. See Llama just erring on the side of caution going into the into the Ravasa. In fact, Llama's going into pit lane, but he had Matt Double just in front of him. That sort of balked him a little bit. Now pit stops are starting to take place. Actually, see if we can't. I kind of wish I could. Nope, that's not what I wanted. I don't know how to change the... Nope. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Nope, that is not right. Oh, someone was... Oh, that was Ryan Ford, who's just had a disconnection. I thought I saw someone going straight ahead going into the first corner. That actually probably will not work. Now that I think about it. Yeah, no, that's... Might just move it down there. What do you guys reckon? Still trying to work out this new overlay. There we go. That works a little bit better, I think. Right there. That works good. Right, so Madretsky now. He's just behind ED40, and he is he's close right in. Now the question will be, will ED40, when are these guys going to come into the pits? They've got lap traffic just ahead of them in James Vanderham. And Vanderham is actually going to sidestep our leaders. Goldie Bros, mate, I actually do have my own channel. This channel has been running for, I would say, 6 months. That is the view out the back of the Aston of ED40. Vladimir Madretsky all over the back of him in that Panos.
Stay connected on Australia's biggest mobile network and get 40 gigs for $10 with a 28-day expiry SIM. Save $20 when you buy online before Jan 18. Hurry, visit boost.com.au and switch today.
So we have data on who's completed their pit stop, have we? No, we don't. Oh no, Rhino's actually been kicked from the server. That's a huge shame. What a pity. So Lieutenant Llama has also actually managed to leapfrog Matt Double in the pits, but for some reason the system's not picked up that Matt Double came into pit lane. So maybe he didn't complete a valid pit stop. Oh, here we go now. Justin Redix and Steve Duro side by side into the chicane. And Duro gets out in front. Goldie Bros, my Twitch channel is... Oh god, you're gonna have to actually be able to spell my surname in order to actually find my channel, so that's probably not gonna be very helpful me saying it. Shoot it over to you in Discord. Let's do that now. you go, Goldie. Right, so Justin Reddyx now into pit lane. And that will release Steve Duro 100%, but ED40 still hangs on to this slender lead over Vladimir Medredsky. Which I knew what that was. I'd say it has something to do with pit lane penalty. Medredsky thinking about a move up the inside. Right now, you would almost think that Medredsky is actually taking his time and trying to learn where ED40 is strong and where he isn't strong. See that the Aston just seems to get out of the corners a little bit better than the Panos. They make their way down to the Rivasa. See that ED40 just having a little bit of understeer there. And Medredsky goes into pit lane. He's going for the undercut. So Medredsky feels he has the pace. He's going to have his pit stop, knock that over and get that over and done with. And then hopefully have some clear track in from out behind of ED40. And hopefully leapfrog him after the pit stops end. So we're going to have to leave that alone for a little bit, and we will find another battle. So we got Ben Ellis and his old sparring partner, Lieutenant Lama, coming up behind him. Goldie Bros, when will I stream next? Mate, good question. Not really sure. Might be this Sunday, actually. I've sort of half committed to a AK Racing ACC event. So I'll give that a go and have a bit of fun with it. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Right. There it is. Okay, I think that's going to fix it up. So we'll try and keep an eye on when ED40 comes into the pit lane. He's going to have to think about. He's probably going to have to come to the pits this lap. And indeed, he's going to keep on going. So this is rather risky for ED40. We're going to have a quick look at his lap time as he crosses the line. It's going to be a 1:53.3. We'll check in with Medredsky and see what lap times he can do. Obviously, he's still on his out lap. Oh, in fact, we have to hand out some channel points, don't we? So Lieutenant Lama won that one. Now let's get a new prediction happening. So who's gonna finish higher at the end of the race? We'll make it for the win. Oh no! Oh no! I've given you guys 5 minutes. Tell you what, you can have a minute, and then I'll hit the submissions. How's that sound? So, looking at the prediction, Medredsky will be doing 52.7. Whereas ED40, he's predicted to do a 53.4. So, he's going to have to come into the pits very, very soon to get onto some new tyres. He is going to be, I'm going to make a bold prediction here, and I will say that ED40 is going to get leapfrogged in the pit stops. So we'll We'll have a quick look up and down the leaderboard. Looks like no one else is really in a battle at the moment. I think that's enough submissions for your predictions. We'll give you another 6 seconds. Geez, only 11% of you going for Madretsky over ED40. That's bold. ED40 goes around one more time. Madretsky is set to... Oh, he's actually made a mistake somewhere, and it's actually going to be a very, very bad time for him. Unfortunately, nothing else really happening on track at the moment for our drivers. Probably keep swapping between Madretsky and ED40. As Walker starts falling down the field, Walker just comes out of pit lane. He's not going to leapfrog Ben Ellis, unfortunately. But he does manage to stay in front of Lieutenant Lama. On the fresh tyres. Tyres don't seem to make much of a difference with the GT4s. Oh god, there goes my eardrums again. Hang on. As they head up towards the Revaza, is he going to go defensive? It's a brave move, but Walker's going to send it. Oh, he touches. Ellis manages to hang on to it, manages to save it. But that's going to bring Lieutenant Lama onto the back of this as well. So Lama now, he's in the box seat to capitalise if these guys start to tangle themselves up a little bit more. Now come down towards turn number 1, and...
Welcome to the next generation of open-world adventure. Immerse yourself in Cyberpunk 2077.
Explore Night City on the all-new Xbox Series X.
And Lama has to pull out of it, just not quite enough top-end speed on the Supra. Oh, look at this. So the pit stops have cycled through completely. But Madretsky well and truly out in front of ED40. ED40's actually fallen behind Steve Duro. So that is massive. A massive loss for ED40. So he must have taken on a lot of fuel and changed tyres as well. Whereas Madretsky must have had an absolutely lightning fast pit stop. Anyway, we're going to check back with this battle here. Ellis has just managed to get a bit of a gap between himself and the chasing pair of Walker and Lama. Walker and Lama actually just bickering away with each other. something's happened to ED40. He's now falling into the clutches of Ben Ellis. Oh, Burby now gets a stop-go penalty for 10 seconds, speeding in pit lane, so always worth it to practice your pit entries. Of course, it is possible to get another drive-through or stop-go penalty for speeding when you try to take your stop-go penalty. We've still got 2 minutes to go. Goldie, don't count your channel points just yet. So Ellis now, sorry, Burby now taking his, well, that's his pit stop done. Now he'll have to take another tour through pit lane. Oh, Ryan Ford's back into the server. Fortunately for Ryan, he's well down. Still, this is a good experience for Ryan just to learn a little bit more about the car. Just looking at James Vanderham. Actually, I was trying to find what that car was that was making the massive cracks on downshift, and I believe it is Skid Times Sin R1. I'll have to do a bit of research on this car because I don't know much about it. Definitely got a mean engine note, that's for sure. So now Lama, he's actually managed to get around Lee Walker, and he's going to try and chase down Ben Ellis in the dying minute of this race. Well, ED40 is not too far away from these guys either, so if they start working together, they may just be able to close the gap onto ED40, but, well, now that we're heading towards the final lap next time round, don't think working together is actually going to be an option for these guys. As Josh Hills manages to set his personal best at 54.3, so Hill's starting to get to grips with that Audi. Now they head up towards this uphill hairpin, sorry. So I'll tell you what, the man who we should all keep an eye on is this guy here, Matt Double. He's just slowly but surely sneaking onto the back of these three ahead of him. I don't think he's going to have enough time to, well, not when he makes mistakes like that. So Matt Double throws away a potential for 5th place. So commentator's curse live in action. There we go, that's going to have to be an emote. Commentator's curse. Well, this battle is still going on. Lama now trying to chase, or trying to get past Ben Ellis's BMW. Ellis runs wide, and that will give Lama a good run down the straight, and Lama will take away 5th place from Ben Ellis. Walker just a little bit too far behind to capitalise on the mistake as well. So, well, that's a huge disappointment for Ben Ellis. Just saw he was under a lot of pressure from Lieutenant Lama, although big slide from Lama. And just to gather it up, we'll check back in with this battle because we have to see our race leader home. It is, as ever, Vladimir Modretsky. We saw him do this with the Alpha in the GT Club's GT3 Championship. And now it looks like he's going to do the same with the Panos. Heads up towards the chicane for the final time. He demonstrates the proper line through the chicane, which is just smash those curves. Belt those curves like they owe you money. And now down into the Reversa for the last time. Just has to get through these last two corners. And this first race tonight is all his, which, as always, Madrecki does. And he takes off down the main straight to win the first race. So Vladimir Madrecki wins race number one tonight. Now let's check in with this battle here. Oh, Lieutenant Lama, he's still on the back of... Actually, he's dropped down, so something's happened to Lama. As Steve Duro manages to finish second, he'll be happy with that in his first appearance in the AMG. Justin Rediex will finish third. He's going to be absolutely over the moon with that. ED40 a disappointing fourth. Ben Ellis holds on to a top 5 in the BMW. That is 5 different manufacturers in the top 5. And then we have Lee Walker and Lieutenant Lama. And Burby gets a 30-second penalty for not taking that final penalty. Josh Hill's going to come home just behind, well, Ben Hum actually down in 12th, I should say. So, and then we're just waiting on skid times. Sin R1C, I want to say. Sin R1 GT4. In fact, he's looking at doing his personal best on this final lap. And nope, he's going to throw it away and put it into the fence. So there we go. That is the end of race number 1. And this is your winner right here, Vladimir Madrecki. And, well, winner as well to anyone who voted for him. So well done. Let's head back to the pits and wrap up the first race. So, back over to this page. Winning the first race was Vladimir Madrecki ahead of Steve Duro. Actually, daylight between Madrecki and Duro. Justin Rediex in third, ED40 after leading the race quite convincingly in the first stint of the race. Fortunately, had to slide back down to 4th position. Ben Ellis manages to hold off Lee Walker and Lieutenant Lama. Matt Double down in 8th position in the McLaren. Josh Hill in the Audi R8 in 9th. Skid time rounding out the top 10. Then over the page we have got Burby, Vanderham, Ryan Ford, and then Yejit Kaya, who never really actually took to the track, just sort of appeared on the grid and then left. So, OJ driver of the race. Have to try and pick one out of all them. And honestly, I am not game to pick the driver of the race for that one. That was very good racing from all of them.
PlayStation.
So I'll actually leave it up to chat. Who do you think is the driver of the night? Oh, sorry, driver of race number 1. So while we are waiting for the next race to start, let's bring up some discords for you guys in chat. Ruka is the driver of the racer. Yeah, well, no one else is really wanting to pick someone, so you know what? I guess we'll have to go with that one for now, until someone else says an actual competitor. But anyway, there are some discords if you are interested in getting involved with the GT Club's GT4 League. Make sure you join their Discord, and then of course our very own Sim Sports League can be found on Discord there as well. We are just about to start our first ATCC Masters League, which will be starting next Thursday. As we have a look at this field, reverse grid for race number 2. Burby should be starting off the front row ahead of skid time, and Josh Hill and Matt Double will make up row number 2. Lieutenant Lama and Lee Walker will start off of row number 3. Ben Ellis and ED40 off row 4. Justin Redix and Steve Jura will start out off of row 5, rounding out the top 10. Then we have Vladimir Madretsky and James Vanderham off row 6, and then off the back of the grid will be Ryan Ford in the Saleen S1. So anyway, let's get a new prediction up and running. I'm going to have to do it very, very quickly. So, oh no, I've messed up. So get your predictions in quickly, because I'm going to end it very, very quickly. In roughly about 30 seconds. Which will probably make it 20 seconds. Make sure you get your votes in. Oh, we're going to have a clean turn 1. Get those predictions happening. Oh yeah, everyone's going yes this time. I'll give you guys about 5 more seconds to get your predictions in. 3, 2, 1. Ending submissions there. Okay. So we got 15 seconds to the start of this race. Doesn't look like Burby is going to make it for race number 2. So we're about to have a start with an empty spot on row number 1. So the lights start to come on. 6 lights on. And 6 lights out, and away and racing we go. The Sin gets a really good start off the front right. No one beside him. Matt Double tries to muscle out Josh Hill as we go 3 wide towards turn number 1. And it looks like Matt Double has actually got the whole shot initially. But he's going to have to go around the outside of skid time, and it looks like everyone's managed to make it through cleanly. And Matt Double takes the lead of the race. Oh, great start for Matt Double. He fires that McLaren up into the lead, and he's starting to stretch the gap already over Josh Hill. Skid time's had a really bad start. Lee Walker up to 4th position. Oh no, Lee Walker, just as I was saying, he had a great start. He managed to fall off the circuit. And he's going to drop behind his Panos teammate of Vladimir Madretsky. So let's give you guys some channel points. Hey, what do you reckon? Nice and clean, nice and easy. What do you know? So let's get a new prediction happening right now. So 20 minutes to go. Who's going to be higher? They got 2 minutes to make a prediction as we are going at 3-4 wide, going through the chicane. As we're currently watching Lee Walker still, he's getting a little bit beaten up, but this is looking like a nasty little battle pack. I'll tell you what, ED40's managed to pick his way through. And the rest of the field's trying to chase them down. Oh, what is going on here? Well, I think the Supra of Justin Redix stopped for some reason, and everyone behind him had nowhere to go but clatter into the back of him. So I think that's going to be a very easy prediction for everyone now. unfortunately, ED40 well out in front, although he's battling away with Lieutenant Lama. And Lama's starting to go defensive as they make their way up to the Villeneuve chicane. No, we haven't had anyone rage quit. Goldie? These guys are professionals. Honest, they are. That has absolutely torn apart the field, unfortunately. Just up ahead we have Josh Hill. He's battling away with skid time. That double's starting to really show a clean set of heels to the rest of the field as they crash over the curbs. Skid time, he's going to be looking in his mirrors as well because Lieutenant Lama and ED40 are all over the back of him now. He's very right on board with skid time. Tries to get a run on Hill. Hill runs it in deep. Points it in. Will he be able to pull it up? He can't. And skid time makes the move nice and easy. Now Hill gets turned around. Oh no! So he's just managed to swing the car around. That has worked out in favour of ED40. So I think a bit of a racing incident. At ED40, it's now his turn on the back of the Sin of skid time as they head into the first chicane. And the Sin manages to hold on for another lap, or at least another few corners. But that has absolutely destroyed Lieutenant Lama's race and Josh Hill's race. ReadyX actually taking the lead in front of his Toyota teammate. Oh, skid time gets a bit of wheel spin out of Villeneuve. And that hands second place to ED40. Can skid time manage to fight back on ED40 as they make their way up the hill? In fact, I'm very surprised that this man here has not really made a lot of in-ground on the lead of this race. Head back to skid time. Oh, ED40 runs it wide. That's going to give skid time second place back as they make their way up to the chicane. This is helping Lee Walker as well, and the panel's just behind. It's drawing him ever so close to the back of ED40's Aston. ED40 gets a great run out of the chicane. Skid time gets a bit of wheel spin on the AstroTurf. Now it's going to be a drag race down to the Rivasa. ED40 now mirror to mirror. And ED40's going to have to try and outbrake him. Can he pull it up? He can. Skid time goes for the switchback, and he almost gets it done. Not quite. Oh, it's close between these two. But skid time's going to have to admit defeat just for now. He'll tuck into behind the Aston as they make their way up to the first chicane. Going to try and go the long way around into the chicane. What are the brakes like on the Sin? They're good, but just not that good to go around the outside of the Aston. Sinaz TW, thanks for the follow, and howdy to you too, sir. Or madam. Oh, hang on, we got something going on back here. We're going too wide, going to the Villeneuve chicane. That's Steve Duro and Justin ReadyX. ReadyX, he manages to get the move done. Duro has no choice but to fall in behind. But, geez, this is looking like a nasty little battle pack. Ryan Ford, he's a bit of a cork in the bottle at the moment for these 5 drivers. There's the badly battered Ben Ellis BMW. Oh, Ford runs it wide. He's going to get passed by. He's going to get freight trained. Oh, he's letting everyone through by the looks of things. Indeed he is. So I don't know what he was doing there. He should have definitely fought harder there. But Duro now, he's just up to 9th position now. He's almost recovered after that clumsy little accident in the Rivasa. Oh, look at Red XO. He's fighting back immediately as they head down to the Rivasa. We've got to change position up in front. This is for the podium. Skid Time and Lee Walker are going side by side down the main straight. Vanderham and Madretsky are side by side down the main straight as well. Skid Time's going to try and force the issue in the first chicane. Oh, I think there was just an ever so light touch. And they're still side by side. Oh, they lean on each other just a little bit, but Skid Time manages to avoid a collision, well, avoid turning Walker around. Walker keeps control of that Panos. And Vanderham is actually going to close in on the back in the Camaro. Fortunately, his Camaro counterpart, Chris Nipris, not present tonight. Now Binomial Eagle up the inside of Josh Hill. So, oh, this battle is still raging on behind us. This is four-way battle now. For 8th place, sorry. Hill, that Audi's not short on grunt. But, not quite brave enough to go around the outside. Now the two Supras are trying to line up Josh Hill. Oh, and Redx around the outside. Gets the move done. Lieutenant Lama now lines up behind the Audi. Goes to the right side. He's on the wrong side for the next corner. Oh, Lama now in the grass. Oh, he's sideways. Clatters into Hill. Oh, no. It's another clumsy incident for Lieutenant Lama. And he's going to readdress that situation. Another readdress for Lieutenant Lama on Josh Hill again. Talk about... I reckon there must be magnets on Josh Hill's car, and it just attracts Lieutenant Lama's car. Lapen, thank you very much for the follow, mate. Much appreciated. Sunas TW, South African race driver, as far as I know. That is correct. Dave Carell is a South African. I believe he's actually a Ferrari factory driver for GT3. Or maybe he's moved to Lamborghini. I don't know. Last I heard, he was racing for Rinaldi. Very good driver. He's actually had a big hand in the development of Assetto Corsa Competizione. Fun little trivia for you guys out there. Let's see if we can find another battle. So this battle is still going on here. Oh, Vanderham's dropped well off the back of Skid Time. Madretsky's got around both Skid Time and Vanderham. Oh, Vanderham sideways in the Camaro, runs it wide. That'll be a free position to Ben Ellis. And yes, indeed. Right, we're going to have to hand out some channel points here. So, ED40, if you bet on ED40, congratulations. Got some channel points, I think. All right, we're going to need something new. So, 10 minutes to go. We'll leave ED40 till the end of the race, actually. Let's run with... there we go. There's a new prediction for all of you out there. Bet your channel points. Who's going to be higher? Will it be Vladimir Madretsky, this man here in the Panos, or will it be his teammate in the other Panos? So it's the two Panos, guys. who's going to be higher up in the standings in the next 7 minutes or so. Meanwhile, Vanderham has just been overtaken by Steve Duro of the Binomial Eagle. Skid time we just saw in the background there. It got up onto that AstroTurf, and we've been talking all night about how slippery the AstroTurf is. You've got to be so careful around this track if you want to use that that AstroTurf. And that's just put him into the clutches of Ben Ellis in the fairly reasonably battered BMW. So they now head up towards the chicane. Oh, another slide for Skid Time. He just manages to hang on to it, but that's going to hand an easy position to Ben Ellis. Now next onto the back of the Sin R1 will be Steve Duro in the AMG. In fact, Skid Time's actually going into the pit, so easy position for Binomial Eagle. And Vanderham's also into the pit, so... Oh, what's going on back here? We got some craziness going on here. We're almost 3 wide going down the main straight. And Lama backing out of it down the straight. I reckon there was a bit of contact there. And he's just readdressed it. Sinners TW, what was the car in front of the Mercedes? So Skid Time is actually running the Sin R1 GT4. I've never heard of it. I'm gonna have to look it up. And it is it's quite an interesting looking car if you ask me. I've never heard of it before. So it's a bit like Ryan Ford's Celine S1. So he gets passed by Lieutenant Lama, actually. He's got a funky brake light that goes right around the back of the car. So that's pretty funky. Another mid-engine car though. So anyway, Madretsky on Walker. 5 minutes to go until that prediction expires. And just remember, if you want to get involved with anything that you're seeing tonight, plus the Go Race Promotion Sim Sports League, there are the Discords. This is running on Assetto Corsa on PC. As Matt Double, our race leader, into the pit lane. And also welcome to Green Guy 70, Windows HK, and Josh for entering our Discord. Oh, here we go, Madretsky now. He's all over the back of his teammate. Going into the Villeneuve chicane, and Walker's going to have to give him the space. Oh no, he fights back. They're still side by side, and, well, Madretsky gets the drive. But here comes Walker almost immediately onto the back of Madretsky. But Madretsky, he's now up to second. And he's going to win a few people some channel points as well. Now Rediak sets his fastest lap for the race of 53.7. So I'll definitely try and keep an eye on where everyone ends up after their pit stops are done. Fortunately, the overlay not quite perfect, but and still, it's let me know what you think of the new overlay in chat. It's definitely very different. You like it, Ruka? Well, that's it. Oh no! So Madretsky's going to go into pit lane. He's going to drop behind Lee Walker, so... May have spoken too soon if you were going to get some points. So Lee Walker takes the lead. Unless Lee Walker goes into pit lane in the next 2 minutes. I think Madretsky is about to get some angry messages over the Discord. So Steve Duro now. He's now all over the back of Justin Rediex again. Now these guys, I believe they have made their pit stop. Madretsky, I believe, is just leaving the pit lane. I got your messages. So Ruka has been rigging the predictions. I would expect no less. Now let's see, will Lee Walker go into the pit lane? I mean, Madretsky's still got to get around half the circuit anyway. He's got to do it in less than a minute. I reckon Lee Walker's in the chat and he's putting on some channel points. He's going to stay out. We've also got to check in with our former race leader of Matt Double. What a time to tune in. No, Lee Walker's going to go around again. Oh no. That's unfortunate. So Lee Walker's going to be on top. ED40's gone to the pit lane. So let's see where Matt Double is. Let's see where ED40. ED40's actually already mobile by the looks of things. He's actually trundling down the slow lane of the pit lane. And Matt Double, he's coming down the main straight now. And there we go. So for all of you who bet your channel points on Lee Walker, congratulations. Have some points. Right then, start another prediction. This will be the last one. Oh, here comes the rage from Goldie. 1,000 points. Alright, now, this is going to be... We're going to make it interesting. We're going to make it very interesting. So you got 2 minutes to make your prediction between these two, Vanderham and Skid Time. Who's going to finish higher at the end of the race? All or nothing again. That worked really well for you last time, didn't it, Goldie? Oh, I'm being mean. Anyway, we've also got a really good battle here. This is almost a well, it is a three-way. We have Justin Rediex, Steve Duro, and Ben Ellis once again. As they make their way up the hill one more time. Oh, Rediex is a little bit wide. Duro he hasn't quite got the grunt up the hill that the Supra has. Apparently the Supra has a 8-speed gearbox, so it accelerates pretty well. From Rediex's Supra at the front of Steve Duro's AMG. See how much grunt the AMG has in a straight line and the slipstream of the Supra. Supra's punching a little hole in the air for the big AMG. Here comes the dive bomb. Oh, I thought Juro was going to have a send. Just trying to put a bit of pressure on Ready X now. Oh, here we go. Oh, now Juro's got the overlap going into the... Well, he had the overlap going into the Villeneuve chicane. But Ready X just manages to pull in front. Now, if this looks familiar to you, it should, because these two were battling away in our Super GT League earlier this year, and Juro goes around the outside and gets the move done. Brilliant drive from Steve Juro in the AMG. Moonwalker, this betting will make me go to rehab. Do we need to send an intervention over to you, Moonwalker? Who wants to start the intervention for Moonwalker? Anyone got some nice letters for him, or anything they want to say in chat? So, well, Juro now started. He's got an extra wide car in comparison to the Supra. So he might be able to make that AMG last until the end of the race. Geez, ED40. Oh, actually, we've got a battle as well for second place. Vladimir Madretsky in the Panos. He's now all over the back of the McLaren. Wow! That Panos just took the paint off the side of that McLaren. So the Panos has got a little bit of pace, I would say. That was a little bit out of control. And, over 6.5 seconds between himself and ED40. I don't think Madretti's going to go back to back tonight. Oh, here we go. Good news for anyone who's bet on Vanderham. Vanderham is currently in front with 5 minutes to go. Oh, Vanderham sideways. That might give Skid Time a chance. Oh, they're both onto the AstroTurf. They're both sideways. Both keep their cars pointing in the same direction. This is shaping up to be an epic battle for the final few minutes of this race. So Skid Time looking around the outside. He's gonna have to wait. Oh, Vanderham, he was very aggressive over the curbs. Oh, here he comes, Skid Time. Oh, he's trying to sneak the nose up the inside of the Camaro. Going into the Ravaza. Can he make the move stick? Hum goes defensive. That's going to be his undoing, because here comes Skid Time up the inside. Gets the move, gets the position back. Saw that coming a mile away. The moment Humminator, we forgot about his nickname, Humminator, went defensive going into Ravaza, and Skid Time will take 8th position back again. But look at the straight line speed of this Camaro. It's absolutely flying. Oh, he's touched the back of the Sin. And, well, Skid Time manages to keep going. And will drop down to 11th position. Shall call it Vanderham. Touched. It was a little touch. No one got sent to Narnia, so it was okay. Well, Ready X now and Ben Ellis is still battling away. As we head through this double right-hander. Oh, Ellis, very deep. Dive bomb was so strong it's destroyed my monitor. Okay, so Ellis now, he's just dropped off the back of Rediac. So I think Llama. So it's round. What are we up to? Round number 4 between Llama and Josh Hill. So we get to peek at this tiny little gap between the position board and the windscreen, or the dash. Oh, Rhino 101, he's got a drive through in the last few minutes of this race. Hugely disappointing for him. He's not managed to make up for last night's disaster at TCX number 2. Unfortunately, those windscreen wipers are making it worse. We're now watching skid time. Ryan Ford. Just when you think it can't get any worse for Ryan Ford. Stop-go penalty for speeding in pit lane. So that's going to be a couple more trips through pit lane for Mr. Ford. Hang on a second. What? That is the greatest reverse camera I have ever seen. That is so handy. I'm going to guess that Josh Hill is somewhere back there. Thanks to Spy Ferret. Wait. Spy Ferret. A Bevolt. Oh, God. I've probably butchered that name, but thank you for the follow anyway, mate. Back on board with Llama now, as they make their way towards the Ravaza. So Hill, just get the impression that Hill might be under a little bit of pressure. He's got Lieutenant Llama just behind him. Now I don't blame Hill for feeling nervous, because Llama has managed to give Hill a bit of a touch-up a few times this race already. Actually, it just looks like he's happy to sit back a little bit and wait for these two to sort it out, as we've now ticked out of time for this race. ED40 still your leader. They make their way out of the hairpin. Once again, Llama just starting to get involved again in this battle. Oh, Hill a little bit sideways coming up to the top of the hill. Oh, geez, I have to say, that Sin sounds really nice. Oh, he gets it wrong though through that tight right-hander up the hill. He's going to have the inside line for the chicane though. We're actually going to have to jump on board with Llama because he's got the best seat in the house for this. Oh, they still give each other room, and Josh Hill makes a great move. Great driving by both Skid Time and Josh Hill. Managed to both give each other room through the chicane, and they've gotten through without even a scratch on each other. So well done to both of these guys. Justin Rediak sets his server best, 53-1. Sitting there in 6th place. So our leader is now on the final lap. Now it is Lieutenant Llama's turn on the back of the Sin. Whoa! Okay. That was pretty close. Did anyone else's life flash before their eyes just then? Wow. Okay, let's check in with our leader, ED40, as he heads into the final chicane. Well, not the final chicane, the chicane at the top of the hill for Rivasa. Just been a very smooth drive for ED40, out in front by himself. He had to pick his way through the field, and it's going to be a fairly reasonably easy win for ED40. Good pit strategy, put him in front of Matt Double, and ED40 will take out the second race tonight of round number 2 of this test and tune race. Now, well done to ED40. Vladimir Modretsky will come home in second in the Panos, and then Matt Double, who was the early leader, he's going to come home in third with Lee Walker just behind him. Now here we go, we've got a bit of a battle here. Last chance for ReadyX to get into the top 5, but don't think the Supra has the legs. So, well, now we've worked out who has the horn, and that would be Steve Duro. Alright, so, Lieutenant Lama and Josh. Oh no! Oh no! Skid Time, I think he's had a disconnect, and he is out of the race. Which means that James Vanderham is technically going to finish higher. So, Huh. Okay, well, that was something. Have we got anyone doing donuts? Oh, well, we just had someone binning. Oh, we got Ben Ellis doing drifts in the BMW. No, he's going back to the pits. And that would be Steve Duro doing some donuts. Steve, if you can hear us, give us that horn one more time, mate. He's done both tyres on the rear of that car. Okay. Well, let's head back to the pits and wrap up this event tonight. So Skid Time, he disconnected on the final lap. How? No way. Okay, well, let's hand out some points then. So James Vanderham gets some points out there. I think I just heard Goldie Bros just throw his computer out the window. Anyway, let's go through the results for race number 2. ED40 takes out the second race tonight ahead of Vladimir Modretsky. Matt Double, our early race leader, sits in comes home in third place. Lee Walker and Steve Duro rounds out the top 5. Justin ReadyX and Ben Ellis 6th and 7th respectively. Josh Hill manages to hold off Lieutenant Lama after those two had a couple of boxing matches, I would say. Then James Vanderham rounds out the top 10. Over the page we've got Skid Time, a disconnect, so technically a DNF. Ryan Ford, a DNF. Burby, a did not start. And then Yijit Kaya, who entered the server and then left. So, Cinder Surprise, when does the GT4 season start? Might think about joining, mate. Have some discords. Now I've got to find Streamlabs. Oh, I'm onto it. There we go. So that will wrap it up for us here. Oh God, hang on. There we go. Got it up there. So thank you very much for joining us for this night. Had a bit of a difficult start, but nonetheless we managed to get there in the end, and we saw some brilliant racing as well. So hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're happy enough to smash that like or follow button and the notification bell. Maybe if you want to give us a subscription, perhaps. We're working on those sub emotes, I swear. So I guess we're gonna have to go through drive of the race. For me, I'm gonna have to go with Modretsky for race number 2. It was a very clean drive from him. He stayed out of trouble. I think he actually got turned around. I think he actually got turned around in that that melee in the Rivasa on lap number 1, and managed to fight back to second. So, yeah, once again, Madretsky, driver of the race. And special shout out. I think I have to give a special shout out to Lee Walker for. We got to vote for Llama. Oh god.